Hey guys, welcome to another one of the, chill out kind of things. I did this a little bit differently, so there's that. Um, I think I don't think I did record some audio and then I'm just gonna overlay it over some footage because trying to play this particular game, which the background should be Maple Story. I think I'll talk about that a little bit, but it's kind of a pain in the ass to record, and then it was really easy to get distracted because it was a new character and everything. So they're dumping a bunch of crap on you. Um, but yeah, so hey guys, how's it going? It's the Sunday before Christmas. If that's I mean, it's gonna happen regardless. But if that's a thing you celebrate, so whatever. But mostly happy holidays and all that. Um, yeah, so I mean, are you excited about your holiday season stuff? Christmas, New Year's, etc. Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was thinking about I got all my crap for Christmas. I'm doing a white elephant thing, which is something I've never done before, so I mean, we'll see how that goes. Um, Before my friends wanted to do a Secret Santa, which I thought would be cool, but um it was very hard to organize everyone into a thing like that, where, oh, hey, trying to get everybody's schedules in order, we're trying to get all this other crap in order. Um, and rather than, doing a Secret Santa where we put all our names in and somebody gets paired with, you know how a Secret Santa works. But rather than doing all that effort, we just went with White Elephant because we say, hey, if you want to get a White Elephant gift, you come to our Christmas party with a gift, and then, an exchange will happen. It's not that hard. So I went out and got something for that, and, did other Christmas shopping too. I've actually been doing a lot of shopping lately because it's kind of that season. I picked up a bunch of crap for myself, though, too, because I'm good at spending my money on me. Whatever. Um, yeah, I mean, I think I like this a little bit better too. Gives me an opportunity to focus on what I'm talking about. But yeah, talking about buying stuff. I bought. I hadn't been to the comic shop in a while, so I bought a whole bunch of comics. Um, which reminds me that if you haven't read Saga, I highly recommend Saga. It's an amazing comic. Um, I haven't been picking up like the individual issues. I've been picking up the combined volumes. I guess it's like 5 or 6 comics in each. I'm not exactly sure, but whatever. It's amazing. You should check it out if you haven't. I guarantee you'll like it. Um, I guess maybe you wouldn't. Maybe you don't. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Boy, my throat's kind of sore. Could use some water. But whatever. Um, yeah, and I picked up a bunch of other crap too. Just some like random things besides like my usual stuff. I actually end up reading a bunch of like not your standard comics, I guess. Not trying to be like they're obscure or anything, but they're not like I don't pick up Marvel things and I don't pick up a bunch of superhero crap. Not crap, just stuff, but um I've got like read Adventure Time comics and some other things like that. Um There's a really good one called Lumberjanes, which is kind of like a Girl Scout adventure thing, but like crazy shit happens. It, I don't know. It was really good. It's less good now. The main writer left. It's not so exciting anymore, which kind of sucks. But you know, it is what it is, I guess. Like, it's still okay. It just feels like the new people that they brought on to replace her, which I don't know why she left. Maybe she wanted to do other things or had like one story and wanted to tell it, but then people were like, we don't want to let go of the Lumberjanes as a team kind of thing. I don't know. But it feels like the new stories are kind of heavy-handed and forced. The original, like the first runs things, they were smooth and well-written kind of thing. It was really good. I loved it. This is not as good, but there's been some other great things too. Like until very recently, I didn't know anything about comics, and I still kind of don't. I only know what I'm learning from the comics that I'm buying, which, is a weird collection. Um, but another one that was pretty great is called Power Up. It's actually really good. It's a 6-run issue thing, 6-issue run. But I'm hoping that they might extend it because, there's another one that I really enjoy called Giant Days, which is actually like a spin-off, I guess, of a webcomic. Bad Machinery, Scary Go Round. They're it's a cool webcomic. One of them is done. I think it's bad. Or wait, I'm trying to remember actually now. I don't remember, but it's some actually. I feel bad because I don't remember who the name of the person that does it. But I think they're great. But it's British, so there's a lot of Britishisms, I guess. If you don't, whatever. And it's one that ran for a long time. So if you go way back, you'll see a shift in art style and how this person improved. If you have ever read Questionable Content, you can see starting from page 1 and going to now, the guy's art has drastically improved because, he's practicing every day, so that kind of stuff. But whatever. That's not the point. Just saying that those were good. I like those comics. I don't know. Maybe now that I'm feeling this is a little more podcasty, I guess I should might have to put some links in the description, or at least little blurbs about things I talked about, which might not go so well for this one because I'd have to. You know what? I can't make any promises on this one. This might be a new format. You guys tell me what you think about me just talking like this. Also, always want feedback. But yeah, saying that I picked up a bunch of comics, picked up a bunch of board games, but that's a whole different thing. I mean, I'm pretty excited actually because I picked up some games. I guess they made a Portal board game. I grabbed that because I don't know, why not? It's supposed to be good though, so I'm excited to play it. And there's these board games that I really like to play with my friends. They're the one I have, the big one that I have is Eldritch Horror, and they're from this board game line that I guess I don't know what to call them. They're the Arkham Horror series, I think is what it is. And Arkham Horror was the original one, and so obviously from the names you could tell that they're based on Lovecraftian stuff. So the people playing are investigators, and you're trying to stop an old god from awakening and killing everybody, basically. So it's actually an interesting board game too because, if I play with other people, we're not actually competing against each other. We're working together for a common goal, and the games are hard. They can be hard. Depends on how you play them, but it's really fun. I love them, and they keep they're big. They're big games. They're pretty complicated. But a brand new expansion came out recently for Eldritch Horror, which is the one that I own, and I'm excited to see what that adds because we played the other one, there was a small one and a big one. I've got both of those, and they're really fun. But then I also have a much smaller game for way simpler. It's called Smash Up. It's really fun, but it's just it's a card game where you there's a bunch of different decks in the game, and they're all different kind of nerdy things. Basically, is what I usually say. It's how to describe it. But so there's a deck of zombies, there's a deck of aliens, there's a deck of robots, pirates, ninjas, all kinds of shameless nerdy things. And the point is, you take two things and shuffle them together to make a deck, and each different thing has a different play style, so it ends up being really fun. And like you'll end up with combinations that do weird things, and like to be ideal if everything worked well together, or like worked somewhat together. Some things don't work well together, and it just kind of is like, and some things are best paired with other things. Like, I don't know. It's hard to explain without the actual game, but like I guess I could say, like zombies have a different play style than everything else, and the fact that they allow you to get cards from a discard pile, which basically no one else does that. And so there's a different one in one of the expansions for that. I think it's the ghosts who end up discarding a lot of cards. So you could use your ghost powers to discard cards and use your zombie powers to pull cards out of the discard pile and like end up getting a lot of cards out there. And the same thing with like I'm trying to remember what the other one was. Well, actually I think zombies and robots work well together too, because to use like Hearthstone terms, they're about flood. You're trying to get tons of like cheap guys out there. The robots have a bunch of low cost crap, and then zombies have low cost, like, well, not cost, it's power in this one, but like they have the ability to play a lot. I don't know. I guess I'm not doing it justice by not really explaining the rules and everything, but it's a fun game. It's really simple. Like, it's quick. It's I mean, didn't have great success last time because we all decided to play late at night when we've been drinking a lot, so people were like, I don't know what's going on, but I think all my friends understand it, and it's pretty, like I said, it's easy to get into, so it's just a fun game, and I got like a new expansion for that one too, and I'm excited for it. But yeah, I don't know, that's just like lots of craziness at this time of year because it's the end of the year, holidays, and the end of the year, which I said already, but you know what I mean. Like, I actually picked up a graphic novel because of a list that's like, so it's the end of the year. There's lots of lists of the top X number of whatevers. So like I saw the top 20 graphic novels, and I looked at it and I found a couple and I was like, oh, these are neat. I'm gonna pick them up. And I did. They're pretty cool. Apocalyptic Girl was one that I grabbed. It's pretty sweet. It's a fun one. It's about a story about a girl in the apocalypse and her cat. I don't know what else to say about it, really. But it's cool. It's got a unique art style. Again, I forget who does it because I'm not great at this kind of thing yet. But it was really good. There's another one that's really good too, but I think it's going to be like an extended series like Saga is. It's called Descender. It's about robots in the future and stuff. Pretty cool. But yeah, and so I've like also been looking at like the top albums of the year, which remind me that I need to go listen to some more of that stuff. Best movies, best TV, and other things. Actually, I haven't seen much about like best video game, which is weird. I normally pay attention to that kind of stuff, and the websites that I'm looking at probably would do that. Usually, like, I've been recently reading a lot of the AV Club, which is the Onion affiliate, but they're actually like reviews and stuff. They're not satire and news like the Onion is. But the point is, I guess they sometimes talk about video games, but I don't think they would do a top 20 or whatever of video games. I'm curious to see what the best video games of this year is, because I feel like I haven't been paying that much attention to a lot of the new stuff. There's been a lot of complaints about a lot of things. People have had problems or issue with, Battlefront, and that kind of sucks. The new Assassin's Creed is not as good or something. I don't know. Like I said, I don't pay attention. I don't get a lot of those games anyways, so whatever. But like, got me thinking about what are my top whatevers. I don't know. It's really hard to say. I was trying to think about it, and I don't think I have a list, because actually thinking about it too, I don't remember if I saw a lot of movies this year, or what movies I saw this year specifically. Um, oh, I remember way early in the year, I saw The Avengers, the second one, which is okay. Well, not a great movie. The first Avengers was way better. This one was like, I don't want to get into the tangent about talking about that, unless you guys want to hear about that sometime later. You have to remind me. Um, but no, I want to say, I think I can probably say best of what I think um, are best of, like, the number one to me, or, like, I guess just worthy to talk about and share that I can remember. Um, but I was thinking, like, best movie of the year for me personally was Mad Max Fury Road. I thought that was amazing. I loved that movie. Saw it like 3 times in the theater, and then I got the Blu-ray and watched it a handful of times. Man, it's so good. I love that movie. It's great. I heard that they might next year come out with like the black and white version. I guess George Miller wanted to do like a black and white silent film of Mad Max, and they just like it might come out, but who knows? Whatever. I guess I would say best game for me this year, and it's like hard to say because man, I don't think I played a lot of games that came out this year. But Undertale, and I think that a lot of people are probably gonna agree. I mean, like I have Fallout 4, and I love it. I really am a fan. I enjoy it. I'm playing it earlier and having fun, but I think Undertale is amazing. It's a really great game. If you haven't played it, I really suggest it. You probably have though, or at least watch somebody else, because, and I thought about playing it, but I kind of didn't want to because I wanted to experience it all for myself first, like, and then a billion other channels have done it, so I don't feel like I'm adding anything to the mix. But whatever. Okay, so yeah, I would say Undertale is probably the best game. It's really cool. It's simply made. It's fun. It turns a lot of gaming tropes on their head, which that's always a thing that I enjoy, because if they exist so much, why not fuck with them? It's okay to mess with a person's perspective in a storytelling way like that. But I could go on about tropes and storytelling crap as much as anybody would want. But let's see. So yeah, movie, video game, it's TV. TV would be really hard because I actually liked a lot of things that I watched this year. This season of Rick and Morty was amazing. If you're not watching Rick and Morty, go watch Rick and Morty. Just stop listening to me. Go watch it. It's great. Daredevil and Jessica Jones, the two Marvel Netflix series, were both good. I like Jessica Jones better, personally. That's just what I think. Steven Universe is amazing. It's one of my favorite shows of all time now. Feel like I used to... Well, I still love Adventure Time, but I feel like it's replaced Adventure Time as my number one show like that. Which is sad. I have an Adventure Time tattoo, actually, so I feel like now I need to get a Steven Universe tattoo, but it's really hard to figure out what that would be and where to put it and a lot of other things. But, it's really hard to pick a favorite TV show. Plus, there's some other ones that I still want to watch. Like, I want to watch Mr. Robot. I need to finish Mad Men. What else? I haven't watched Better Call Saul, which I want to, and like, I was looking through a list of best TV, and there's a lot that I want to watch, so that's hard. I think actually, though, like, it's really hard for me to choose about this because I loved Jessica Jones and I loved Rick and Morty. I think that I probably would go with Rick and Morty, Season 2 was best television of this year, which is great. Um, and then music, it's hard to talk about because I feel like I didn't actually listen to a lot of newer albums. Like, I listened to a ton of new music, but I didn't commit to a lot of albums or listen to albums that specifically came out this year. And I might like go with cop outs of what other people have said, maybe, but like I know other people have named the Courtney Barnett album. Sometimes I sit and think, and sometimes I just sit as like the number one of the year. And I haven't listened to it yet, which kind of is upsetting to me because I really want to. But I might go with like either. Actually, does that Chvrches album come out this year? I don't remember now, but maybe. I think that. Oh God, what's the album called? Is it just The Mother We Share? I kind of don't remember. Either go with that one or the Chvrches album. I can actually look it up. Um, oh no, The Bones of What You Believe is the Chvrches album, or what the album by Hop Along, Painted Shut, which is really good. That's the ones I love that album. I feel like it's hard to recommend because one of the best tracks about on there is obviously about child abuse. Like, I mean, it's saying it's bad and stuff, but like, it's such a good album. It's such a good song too. But yeah, if you haven't listened to either of those, I would highly recommend it. Just go to YouTube, look up Chvrches, but it's a V instead of a U. Chver. Wait, Chvrches, Chvrches, I believe, and then Hop Along, which is just hop and along, hop along. They're great. I love both of those things because I haven't really, because I've recorded a thing and then recorded the dialogue along with it. So this is a lot different. I think they actually might like this better, but like I said, actually I'm gonna have to like be able to list things, like give footnotes like a podcast, which I'm not great at yet. But yeah, so I guess that's like those are my favorite things of the year. And then I guess talked about Saga, so Saga would probably be my favorite comic graphic novel, but it's been going on for longer than just this year. But whatever. Point is, I want to leave you guys with something to talk about when it gets down to the end, so I'm happy to hear from it, but like it's at the end of the year. Did you have a good year? I guess fuck it, we'll talk about it now. Did you have a good year? Are you looking forward to the next one? Or like did this year suck and you want to get the next one going, that kind of thing. I hope that you have good holiday stuff. We'll probably talk more about if you had good holidays and post holiday things in the next one, whatever. But what are your favorite whatevers of the year? So like what is your what's your favorite movie of the year? What's your favorite game? What's your favorite album? What's your favorite TV show? Whatever's, you don't have to list all of those, just one or two or whatever you want to talk about. Like I said, I'm always trying to encourage communication between us in these things. And I know it'd be cool to do a stream thing so you guys can just talk to me right there, but we're not going to bother with that for right now. I have to figure out other stuff later. But I think that's gonna wrap it up for this time. If you guys do Christmas, Merry Christmas and all that crap, please like, favorite. There's no favorite anymore, I don't think. Or is it like, favorite, subscribe, comments, share this with all your friends, all that kind of stuff. And follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Those are always there. But yeah, talk to me about whatever. I hope you have a good Christmas or holiday or whatever you want to say. But with that, I'll leave you guys. Thanks for listening and watching the crap in the background. I'll figure out something that works well for this. But with that, I will see you guys with the next video or talk to you in the next one. And keep watching my other stuff as it comes out. Thanks, guys.